Meanwhile, more backlash over President Biden's immigration policies as yet another migrant caravan heading toward the United States. Our next guest just visited the border and is sounding the alarm on what he's calling a secret and very organized operation to bring more and more illegal migrants into the United States. Texas Congressman Lance Gooden joins us right now from Dallas. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are things?
They're okay, but I think people are going to be shocked to hear you've been in contact with a whistleblower who has shown your office documents from a nonprofit that essentially are a roadmap for the migrants on how to get anywhere in the country.
That's right. This whistleblower reached out to us from San Diego, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And so I planned a trip. I went last week to San Diego, to the southern border. And what I found were nonprofits that were running secretive, closed-down hotels, the Four Points Sheraton, SeaWorld, a Wyndham, a Ramada Inn. Those were just three of the ones that I visited. But these non-government organizations, these nonprofits, were housing migrants for several days. I managed to get in the gates. I demanded entry once and was refused. I talked a guard into letting me in on another occasion. And when I was in there, I saw buses pulling up. Probably about 100 migrants over an hour got off of these buses. They were processed. They were welcomed by people with open arms that were there in the facility, tested for COVID, and then they were given packets. And this packet is what I received from the whistleblower a few weeks ago. And these packets detail how to go to the airport, how to get past TSA without any identification, how to enroll your children in schools and assimilate in whatever community you desire to go in. And it's encouraging illegal immigration. And furthermore, we went to the airport and talked with some of the TSA people who said, yeah, we get these migrants here. They have these very convincing letters. And in some cases, they're being led onto planes before anyone else. And in one case, a security officer on the plane said, you know, I'm an armed agent. I'm supposed to identify myself to the pilot before takeoff. I'm sometimes getting on these flights, and immigrants with no identification are on the plane before the agent boards. So in a case of having it's unbelievable, and I could go on and on, so I'll let you talk, but in some cases...
I'm curious, what nonprofit is putting these packets out?
Well, there are several, but the biggest offenders in San Diego are the Catholic Charities and the Jewish Family Association. And, you know, it's difficult because someone like myself, if I go criticizing those two organizations, I'm either anti-Catholic or anti-Semitic. But in these cases, they are taking in money from private individuals. They're taking in money from corporations. AT&T, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Financial Advisors. Those are just a few of the companies nationwide that are contributing to these groups. And they're working with the state of California.
And plus, the federal government is giving these nonprofits money to facilitate getting them into the United States. We know that. I guess the big question is, while the details, when you see them, are eye-opening, are they breaking any laws?
Well, I mean, I think they probably could be. The first law is entering the nation illegally. But go back to that airport scenario I gave you. Imagine no identification. What if there is a terrorist among them? That terrorist is then sitting on the plane and knows who the armed federal agent is that has visited with the pilot and says, hey, I'm on board and I'm armed. There are so many opportunities for disaster with this policy. But one of the big disasters is the encouragement that's being sent across the world to come to our southern border, especially California, and enter this nation, and you can go anywhere you want to. And we have no record of who's coming and where they're going. It's a disgrace.
Lance Gooden joined us today from Dallas. Congressman, thank you.